Welcome to Broadcast Team Alpha, the podcast where cutting edge conversation meets quantum exploration. I'm Nori, my co host is Aage Nost, and we have a compelling and fascinating guest for you tonight. But we are here to stretch minds, shift realities, and dive deep into the mysteries of what is truly possible. Thank you for tuning in, whether you're a seasoned seeker or whether you're just starting to question the matrix. We're glad that you're here. And don't forget that we've got a powerful manifestation group brewing miracles behind the scenes on Sunday afternoon. If you would like to join us at the Mastermind Connection, just send an email to the mastermindconnection@gmail.com. Augie will send you the link. It's 2 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Come hang out with us, see if you like it. There's a bunch of amazing people. Like if you're craving the deep conversations and maybe you can't have them with your family or your coworkers, those conversations happen at the Mastermind Connection on Sunday. So come join us. I also want to do a shout out to our friends over at the Conscious Awakening Network. I highly recommend that you go over there because things are being said over there that are not permitted to be said in this context. You know what I mean? So go over there. We're streaming over there, and we're streaming on 44 other platforms. And we're so grateful that you're here. So, Augie, let's light it up. Who's joining us in the frequency field tonight?
Oh, yes, this is going to be so much fun. And
We are
stay with us to the end of this one because we always wait with the real pearls towards the end of the show. Okay, we have Elsa Dillon with us. She lives on the east coast of Australia, way down there. And, well, she lives with her family of 10 people. And she shares her multi-dimensional experiences with us, and she has encounters to talk about with extraterrestrials, their ships, there are ghosts and animals and incarnations to talk about. And Oversoul, I saw that she was writing about the Oversouls. I want to hear about that. And also there are galactic entities that we may just try to find out some more about. She speaks on removing doubt and to have a better understanding of our existence. So we're going to gain on many different levels of consciousness. She's also on the Ascension TV with Sheila Seppi and others. And she also want to talk about 3 books that she got involved with here. So welcome to the show, Elsa.
Welcome, Elsa.
It's so nice to be here. Thank you for having me, both of you. And wow, so many platforms, right? 44.
Right?
It's a lot. It's streaming or something, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
it's morning over there. So good morning to you. And thank you for being with us first thing in the morning. Um, I don't know if I'd be as robust as you are in the morning. So thank you for being here with us.
Yeah, you know, Nori, she is a time traveler. Because if she looks at her watch right now, it's going to say something like 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
No, 7-Eleven.
I know,
Yeah.
we're in your future, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Oh
we're all
boy.
time travelers, I'm sure of it. We're just remembering that we are.
We are in the process of remembering so
Mm.
much.
Yeah.
So much. So, Elsa, what's on the front burner for you right now? Like, what's really bubbling up for you right now?
Well, there's a lot of there's a lot of it feels like separation at the
Mm,
moment. But what it is it's the ones that understand and have been doing this for many years. And then there's the ones that do not. But they're still ones. And this is what I was talking about, interesting, the dates, the 10th of July there and the 11th here, is that we're still ones. Even though I'm here and you're there, we're still ones practicing being ones.
Love
So
that.
to be a one here, you are a starseed and
Yes.
you are a mark. Like the way I've been shown it is we're a target. So it's Odin's crows, it's the circle and the dot, it's Mephdet's breasts, it's Semket, it's all of these symbols, the circle and the dot. So the dot is the star seed, but then you have to remember that you're the circle, the space where you come from.
Love that. Here comes Pixie. She loves what you're saying.
Yeah, there she comes.
Hey, Mama.
So, so, so Pixie is Fae, and the dog prophecy. So the dog prophecy, when the dogs present, they help bring through the information. People say, "Well, that's silly. That's coincidence. That's random." And I say, "Yeah, it is." The dogs are spoken about how they will bring through spiritual practice for people. They will bring through the remembering.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So I have to share with you, Elsa and Augie. I was outside today and I saw a little butterfly, a little white butterfly, flapping its wings. And when I looked closely, two of its wings on one side had been broken. So I picked it up and it crawled onto the fabric of my shirt and it wouldn't leave me. So I had this beautiful time with it for, I don't know, for almost an hour. And then I laid it down in the beautiful clover and I kind of supported its wing with one of the clover little flowers, so I don't know if it feels pain or not, but it it knew me, Elsa, and I knew it, and we were communicating. And Augie, in the mastermind connection, we've been asking for extra dimensionals to make contact with us. So when I came in the house, I said to myself, how do I know that interaction that I had with what seemed to be a little butterfly might not have been connection with an extra dimensional? What do you think, Elsa?
No, I love you because the broken wings are the shoulder of us, the shoulder blades. This is where we were cut off. This is one of the cut off points in us to get to this part of our evolution. The white butterfly is the ghost of us, or our ancient ones or loved ones coming to us. And so you had the broken wings. You shed space with a being, and then you put the being on see, love her. See, love her. See, love her is to see the one. So it comes back to target, the circle and the dot. So you see the law, the love of her. So to see it, you're the circle, and the her is the dot. So see clover.
Oh,
Clo-
so
Clover is one of the most healing plants that you can eat. We eat the pink clover flowers because it gives you iron. My family tease me a lot because I don't eat meat, and some do and some don't in our family. That's okay. Everyone has their path, but they say that I won't fatten up if I don't eat meat. And I laugh at them because I say, well, all the cows and the bulls, they eat clover. So clover is very helpful to females as well for their iron count. So in their blood, yeah, it cleans the blood.
I love
Yeah,
that.
so
And
it's a beautiful message from a white butterfly.
it is, and I just know it's not by chance that it happened right before, our meeting and this show tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, this is a good topic because this is what is big for me. Like what is going on now is that it's appreciating the small, then the
Mm.
big will come.
Mhm.
And a lot of people say to us, well, that's great about fairies, but I want to see an ET. I want to see this. And I say, well, if you can't appreciate the small and the little things before you right now, how are you going to appreciate something huge that crosses your path? How do you
Truth.
know the huge isn't passing you, but you just can't see it because you can't see the small yet? So they come in all ways. There's not one way.
Mm.
I love that. I love that. And
Yeah, yeah,
you,
and let's extend that one maybe a little further. Let's just still talk about dogs for a little bit.
okay.
My impression is that we have a dog, and the lifespan goes and ends of the dog. But that dog, if he loved us, he will find a way to come back and incarnate into another puppy that you just might end up with in the future afterwards. This is my opinion, and what do you think about that?
Oh, well, can I share a little story? And then,
Please.
so
Yeah,
I used,
any,
so
any,
I'm a fashion photographer. So I used to travel the world shooting for magazines. I was shooting for Marie Claire in Switzerland. We're on a 600-year-old chalet, and
Wow.
we were shooting a New York model on the ice, and the crew came from all parts of the world. When we meet, and we were doing the shoot. I think there was 15, and there was the lady who owned the farm, Vera. She was lovely, and she was just one of those ladies that gives you a biggest hug and squeeze everything out of you. And she not only did she host the photo shoot at this chalet, which was a beautiful location in the snow, she also made us eat there. Like we weren't allowed to leave until we had lunch or dinner there. Anyway, she had a dog, a Saint Bernard, Saint Bernese, and his name was Mutz.
Mm.
And Mutz had the worst breath ever, but he licked me and cuddled me and kept me warm while I was waiting for everyone to get ready. And I just fell in love with him. Anyway, that was probably 98, 99. I come online and started going on social media back in 2020, and I met some really lovely spiritual people online. And one lady called Vera comes on with her dog, who's a Saint Bernese, and it was the same dog.
No
Probably
way.
10 or 15 years later. Yeah, no, well, hang on, how many? Nearly 20 years later, reincarnated. This dog would talk to me in the show, like when I would meet her. She said the dog knew me. So I pulled up the photo because
Wow.
he's in a fashion shoot. So I've got record.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've had this happen quite a lot, reincarnated pets. Yeah, a lot. I've had this a lot happen. So dog in particular is it's man's best friend.
Mhm.
Lit-
Absolutely.
Wow.
So it's part
I
of wolf. Wolf.
exactly.
Wolf is a big thing because wolf here in Australia is where wolf originated from the Thylacine, which is the Tasmanian tiger, which is supposed to be extinct. And it's not supposed to be on the mainland where I live, Australia. But my family have sighted it quite a few times. So you know how they tell you things are extinct, but they're not quite extinct.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So dog is very dog dog is one of the easiest ways for us to communicate with animals. One of the first ways, a lot for many, followed by cat.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's then extend it again.
This is
Let's say
fun.
that I think we have, and in fact, there are scientific experiments that prove this is true, and that is that the physical body is matched with a soul essence, a spiritual essence. What about animals? Do they also have a soul essence? Or is it spirit only? There may
The
be a
different
difference.
well, the difference with well, with the word term we use as humans, or just us, right, is that we have language. The animals just do. So a bird will just take off and fly to that tree branch, and then they'll fly, and then they sing, and then they're not told, they just do.
Mhm.
They follow their instinct. They literally follow their true starseed. Humans are much more complex because we tap into memory of language, and this creates a whole new senses in us, because now we're not just carrying the sense of us, but we're carrying the sense of karma, generations, maybe things that aren't quite true,
Mhm.
belief systems, placebo effects. Yeah, we're carrying curses versus, you're carrying quite a few things, past lives, yeah, because it's all in the dialect, whereas the pets don't carry the dialect. Well, a few animals can speak, like parrots and crows.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's us carrying the dialect changes us from them, because we come from them. Yeah, we're this whole monkey business. If you research the whole monkey thing, the monkey is really a trick. It's part of the matrix, the mother tricks, and it's hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. It's part of the trick. It's impossible to come from a monkey when you study genetics. Our closest species that we come from is the fruit fly. So it's
Yeah.
ant. Yeah, ant people. The next is wolf. And if you look up the origins of the word man, is wero, or be-wolf. We wear wolf. We are wolf. We are wearing wolf. Yeah. Is this
Wow.
too much for the audience?
No,
My kids are like, I can hear my kids in the other room going, oh, great, here she goes.
No, our audience is extremely advanced, so
Yeah.
I'm sure they are absolutely loving this.
Yeah, I don't want to spin off, because I know I do. I spin off. So, yeah, rein me back in.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Actually, there's a question. Let's just go back for a minute because Faith Inspired asks, Elsa, do you feel like you're tying up earthly loose ends with the separation that you speak of?
I Yeah. I came. Lots of messages came through that it's an icon. I'm not the icon. I can hear icons. And it's to awaken the beauty within, which is the stardust, the blue spark. It's a blue. When you first enter the placenta, it's a zinc explosion. It's blue. It's
Yeah.
the law of the blue is true. And blue is the color of our atmosphere. Blue is the color of the blood in our veins. And blue is magic.
Yeah.
To be to present blue, you have to love it. And this is guiding so many. This blue light, this blue energy, and it's royal in us. It is. The blue blood has been given such a bad name, but it's not. It's the blue blood of us. You look at your veins, and they're blue. They go. It changes when it hits oxygen, obviously,
Right.
but it's blue. We carry
Right.
blue in us, the code of blue,
I love
like
that.
water.
I love that an icon came up because I know Linda, and she is very in tune with icons and graphics and sigils, and so that's Lind. You might want to pop something into the chat. What you thought about that? That was beautiful. That was beautiful. So when you talk about the separation, I feel like I'm I've moved to a place where I don't focus on the separation. Before I got to here, it was a lot of chaos, because I was looking at the right and the left and the black and the white and the push and the pull, and it was really painful, until I finally got here, and now it's like I don't really even notice it, and it's such a lovely place to be, and it's not that I'm insensitive and I don't see what's going on in the world, because I do, but I just look at everything with love, so the separation doesn't feel so edgy or cutting, and I don't know, I'm just talking
Well,
from
this
my
is this is this is the ones is the ones see the serpent or the stream, and there's two streams. There's also twos, so it's toot toot. Toot toot has been a big thing for my family. Toot toot is Tutankhamun.
Mhm.
Toot toot is their first son. So you have the father and the son. Toot toot. Toot toot is the calling in us. It's like the dog prophecy. It's a rising up in us. To see the serpents is, many cultures speak of this. Many confuse it only with a bad version of reptilian, but there's always two sides. It's the spinal cord. It's the code going up and down in our spine
Yeah.
and coming down. And it keeps going up and down like a tuning fork,
Mm-hmm.
ebbs and flows. And once you understand there's the two streams of you, you become more, not complacent, but at peace with it. Because, if it's meant to be, it'll continue. If it's not, it will let it go. And if it's meant to come back, it will. And so everything sort of finds its own place. And this is what animals do. They find their own place by allowing the others to sing their song as well. So sometimes we'll go outside and it's not just one species, they're all singing. And they don't tell each other off. They just all do their thing. And then the frogs will start, and yeah, so everyone allows everyone to be, because everyone will just be.
I love that. I love that. And I know you mentioned your family. You've got a big family, right? A family of 10.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, and it's a lot of, well, it's, I reflect back too, and I look at when we have food sometimes and the whole family's here, and it's a lot. It's a lot of lot of bodies.
Oh,
Yeah, and they've gone through me to get here.
right.
So that's been very interesting. Each birth was very um unusual. Is
Mhm.
I would
Amazing.
change my food and communicate with them in different levels. Some of the children would draw them before they were conceived.
Wow.
It's very, yeah, it was very odd back then because also we didn't really openly talk about all the spiritual stuff. We were doing it, but we just didn't voice it like, not like now.
Right.
So yeah, we would keep to ourselves about a lot of the information just because, we didn't want to rattle people. We weren't here to rattle anyone or make anyone feel uncomfortable. We were just we were just looking at how to be ourselves.
Mhm,
So yeah.
mhm. That's amazing. I just kind of got a visual, of 10 bodies at a dinner table with you, and that must be just so beautiful, right?
Mm.
Satisfying.
Well, what's interesting is my husband, he's the only child, and a lot of the time he would find it too buzzy. Like he would have to pick his plate up and leave.
Right.
Because a lot of the two youngest have their own dialect, or they talk really fast, the two youngest. Um, and then all the kids talk really fast with each other, and it like ping pongs really quickly. And Richard just grabs his plate and has to
I gotta
walk
go.
off. Yeah, I was like, it's okay.
I love it.
It's calmed down a bit though as they've gotten older, but yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Well, Augie, kind of sorry, I've kind of hugged Elsa. So
That's
let me
okay.
let
That's all
me
right. I see
uh
that we're just about on the bottom of the hour here. So, for those of you that joined us late, we are talking with Elsa Dillon, and we get deep into the matrix here, and we are getting some answers to some of the good questions. And in the second half of this show, I something that I love to bring up. When you look around you, this existence that we think we are living, what is behind it? What or who creates it? Is there a supreme being, a big kahuna, or God, or the field? What creates the existence that we are living here and learning from? I couldn't
Uh,
think of any deeper question.
oh,
that's pretty deep.
yeah, that's pretty deep. We just one he said we'll just do that in the end end part of the show. Okay. All right. So we are crates of tar. So we're bodies of water, and the water is the we believe the water is like Akashic records. It's a carrier, as is air. So these are the two streams of humans. Um, the air is your breath to tell, and then you breathe it back in. Water is a little deeper, and it goes through our cells, and it cleanses and replenishes, cleanses, replenishes. This is why we do not really believe in any illnesses. You will heal. There is no illness. Illness is a placebo effect that's quite strong in all of us because it's been schooled in our water. This is why they use terms of fish a lot. Oh, once you understand that, it comes back to like what Nori said, then you have peace because you realize you can self generate, um, you can heal yourself. And sometimes, yes, you're meant to carry a few scars, but you can definitely heal yourself. And we have done this multiple times with not only us, animals, wildlife friends. Uh, it's possible to heal yourself. We just have to let go of the matrix and respin it. Being a crate of tar, you create. So you place visions in yourself. This is why television is so important, because television is tell her the visions. And so they televise so that they can place it in you so you act this out. Very clever. But they
Yes.
know this from language. And they had to take us through all the realms of language to get us to here. They have done this before. Maybe not exactly the same, but very similar. And it's been done before. The ones who the ancient alien DNA, who are also in us, they are the ones that created the language. Are they the good guy or the bad guy? Some say they're the bad guy, some say they're good. I'm neither nor anymore. I'm just, I understand that they're there. I understand that I need to keep them in check and in balance inside me. And they've served a purpose. So if they need to stay there any longer, I will collect data from them. And so this also helps myself and my family heal again by not closing off and not saying, oh, they're the dark ones or they're this or that. It's just, again, like Nori said, you're just at peace with the the isness.
Mm. Mm. When did you really start beginning looking at the language? Because so
uh,
powerful. Have you
yeah.
always?
No, I was dyslexic as a child. I speak backwards. I'll call people their names backwards, and I won't
Wow.
realize. Yeah, and people tell me you keep saying their name backwards, and I'm like, I don't even realize because when I'm speaking to someone, I'm speaking to them. So you know,
Yeah.
truthfully and passionately. It doesn't really matter the label.
Yes.
Once you see someone's eyes, I don't know, you just feel something from them, or once you hear someone's voice or you stand next to someone, you can just feel them.
Yeah.
And it's like you said again, Nori, like Nori said, Aggie, you just know. So all the other stuff doesn't matter. It's just like salad dressing. Like
Yeah.
it's just dressing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. I'd love to
And
hear my name said backwards. It'd be great.
No, I'm gonna do it now.
yeah, could you maybe talk a little more
Oh,
about the
it's
ET experiences that you may have
oh
had?
oh
I know our
well, I
listeners would
just
love to hear about that more.
okay. I'll just Clover, broken wings, white butterfly is I, and that's your name backwards.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
So when someone asks me at ET, sometimes ETs come through craft, sometimes they come through stars, sometimes they'll come through my children. A lot of the time they love coming through electricity and glass and water. Last week, we're feeding 4 farms at the moment. We're helping 3 other people. 2 people are on holiday. One's on a camp, so we're going and feeding their horses for them. So we're driving
Mm.
through all the hills here, and as we were coming back, I went, "That star's what? That's not a star." And then they had like a seeker go to them. We call them the seeker. So it was a big blue star, which wasn't a normal star because it's moving. And then it had the seeker buzzing around. And then as we were driving back, there was one blue star here, and then we drive along, and then there was another one exactly the same height on the whole ridge line.
Hmm.
And I kept saying to Richard, and the kids, do you see that one? And then we tried to count them, but because you're driving and winding through hills, so we couldn't work out if it was 5 or 7, all on the ridgeline at dusk,
Wow.
coming home. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So
what were they? What were they, Elsa?
we call um they were here to assist with the spine. A lot of people helping information come through. They're on the ridge, so they're on cutting edge. So a lot of letting go. So when you're on cutting edge, it's like crisis point, screen point. I always say, that's it. That's my crisis
Yeah.
point. And Rich is like, did she just scream, that's it? That's great. Because now we're at a turning point. I'm like, shut up.
Right.
Because I'm losing it. But crisis moment is the choice point.
Mm,
It's where will really sees itself. And it comes back to the target and the circle again. Crisis is being at the center of the compass of you,
mm,
and then you can make a choice. It's
mm.
always your choice. Always your choice.
Do you think those influences are coming from some other world or another universe, or could it be that maybe they are in here, in our presence? We just cannot see them because if we look at the light specter, let's say, take it for a scale of 100, we only see about 3% of that. We should wonder who lives in the other 97%. What do you think?
So yeah, it's that way,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have this way. So we look, we don't follow others. This is information that we have from our family, and then we know other people have belief systems, but we believe we have a big frozen wall around us, and that's to not to jail us in or anything. It's actually to protect the others because they can't carry what we carry. So if they don't have a frozen wall around, they'll become infected or affected, and they're weak than us. We're more powerful, and so they keep us in the frozen. You hear of this a lot, the frozen walls that around the Arctics. So when you say, where do they come from, Aggie? Do they come from up there, or do they come from that way, or
Yeah.
underneath as well? Because there's like many layers. So that's a tricky one because your mind just starts to go, oh, hang on. Then the whole flat earth thing, and it throws up so much debate. I really don't know, but I know there's more than what they say. It
Mm-hmm.
just doesn't feel enough what they say. It's almost like cute human
Yeah.
gives them that information, but
Oh, yeah.
really it's this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think when you say who does it come from, it's power of observation. Who is the information coming through, and how does it feel to you? And you can tap in and find out where they're coming from. You'll get a sense of it. Like they might have a a, a Varian type feel, or they might feel like ancient ones, or it might feel more like or a ghost. It might have a Fey or Celtic feel to it.
Mm.
Yeah, there's many versions that are coming to us, and that's probably the other thing that's confusing is we've labeled them into these boxes, and there's like
Yeah.
thousands and thousands of different versions. As many stars as you see.
Yeah.
It's
And
and
I also saw in your papers that we may have two suns. And that could tell us that possibly there's another solar system existing exactly where we are, but maybe at a different frequency so we cannot see it. Because I have seen a picture. Uh, a friend of mine in Sweden, he sent me a picture of the sun with another sun right below it and to the right. And he is one of those level-headed people. He wouldn't believe anything unless he sees it. But there was the sun.
Yeah. Well, I too, Aggie, a lot of space soldiers send us stuff. And yeah, I know. It's funny. And we have got this very similar images. We had messages in August 2020.
Mhm.
No, in August 2022, two sons return home. And it's the two sons. So it comes back to the circle and the dot again. But the two sons, one daughter, Gigi, she's drawn worlds where they've showed her versions of Earth that are hollow, and that's how you can see two suns through the hollow Earth. This explains the word halo. Hello, hello. Hey, hello is and you'll see they get a thing above their head here. The halo ones is because they're closer to the whole of
Mm.
Earth. So when yeah, so it's very interesting. Look, again, I don't place all my beliefs on that or all my beliefs on this. I'm just stay open because there's a lot coming through. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, us humans who are here in the world now are meant to do this. There's no randoms. It's like Nori and the white butterfly with iron. We're all here to lead. This is what iron means. It means to lead, to shine, and we're here to shine. So we're obviously able to handle it. They just want to
Mm.
see how we handle it. I feel like a lot of them are our future selves, possibly.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I love
Yeah.
that.
The universe have different ways to communicate with us, to lead us to answers to questions that we may not even have answered yet. I mean, asked yet. So,
Yeah.
how do we know that that butterfly was not a spiritual entity that came with a message? And we never asked the question.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know how that sounded. That was complicated. But could it be?
Yeah, I'm just doing Aggie's name backwards. Names are very important in many cultures. Many cultures in Egypt, especially, they would change their name as they ascended. To find interesting.
Mhm.
Our kids give us nicknames all the time. That's very funny. So, Aggie's name, Aggie is egg at sun. I'm going to keep going. Egg. Egg is important because egg is the chicken and the egg. Egg is to bind.
Mhm.
That's so. Oh, so Aggie's here to um, assist the ones acted. So Aggie, this is what you've done. Your career, you help others understand themselves, so they can
Oh,
bind together.
oh, that's interesting.
This is so cute, Nori's name, back to front. And we get messages. How cute.
love
I never know what's going to happen when I do an interview, and I always get thrown
Yeah.
into it, and
Mm.
it's very real. I love it.
I love
Thank
it.
you. That's so. I love your names, both of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Elsa, do you have a book?
Look, my I don't personally have a book, but my daughter's Gigi is on 3 covers with a
Really?
gentleman. Yeah, she got 3 covers with a gentleman called Brandon Thomas. He has Expanding Realities, and I think you guys have been on his show or he's interviewed you before. He's lovely, and he has a publishing house called Rediginal Publishing, and he's published 3 books. So Gigi's on the covers of 3, and then there's one book that has the younger girls' drawings in there as well, and a bit of summaries of their work. So yeah, you can purchase the book. They're not through us; they're through Rediginal Publishing.
Okay.
We're also on
Yeah.
Sheila Sefi, yeah, with Ascension TV. So we have a channel there, and
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, this is where we're at the moment. Got lots more to show. So
So
Mm-hmm.
I have a burning question, and I even talked about it with Aage before we got started today, and and he was going to call you like he usually calls people before the show. I said, "Don't ask Elsa this question; just let her answer on the show." Tell me about spin, right? There's so much of your work contains the word spin, and is it? I don't even want to take a guess at what it is because it just feels like it's so much more than what I understand. And you talk about spin beings and spin being channel, and I just really would love to know about spin.
well, like Aggie asked before, who are they? And we went through and we said it's this way, and it's these ones as well. It's many. It's the same with spin. I'll present another version of spin. Spin is to see the pin, so it comes back to compass, drop down, which is 5th element, and then you see the 4. So you see the spin of you around
Wow.
you. So this is
Oh,
we actually do spin in not every day. I used to spin every single day, but not so much now. Maybe it's where we're living. We don't need to spin because the magnetics have changed where we live, the stones.
mhm.
Um,
Mm.
where where we live at the moment is a lot of black opal and obsidian.
Mm.
So where we lived before was cobalt. I think it's called cobalt. So it's heavier and iron.
Mhm.
Um, I think the energy where we already are is probably too spinny, so we don't need to spin. But spinning, my husband in half the family are big fishermen. They fish out deep sea, so they spin if they get seasick a lot, and it rebalances them so they don't get seasick. It's
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
just
That's
it rebalances you. That's why children like going on a swing.
Right.
Yeah, because it
interesting.
rebalances them.
Mm.
Yeah. You know how
Interesting.
they you know in a lab or homeopathic they shake things?
Yes.
The same
Yes.
thing. That's us. It's us shaking all the cells, going
Yeah.
wakey wakey, wakey wakey. Yeah.
Interesting, interesting, I'm wondering, or actually, I'm just
Yep.
thinking about how many people I know, including myself, especially when I do healing work. I tend to rock, or I actually spin.
Ah.
So,
So
so
you're taking in their aura and working it through.
interesting.
Yeah, I see a lot of musicians do this too. Yeah,
Yes.
a tuning fork or a counter of music will do this. What do you do with a baby? You rock them, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, you're rocking you're basically spinning them. You're rocking a
Yeah.
baby. Yeah. This is
Mm-hmm.
why a lot of people, their children fall asleep when they're in the car because they're
Right.
moving. Yeah,
Yes.
I know a lot of these things sound really simple, but this is what we need to do. We need to take all that galactic spiritual energy and bring it
Mhm,
back into our day to day and then work it through.
mhm,
And work it through so that others around us, neighbors, shopkeepers, school teachers, school friends, they see you being great
mhm.
by working this in your day to day and being courageous with it too. So that's what we hope we're doing, is we're inspiring others to do this for themselves, to inspire others. Because
Mm-hmm.
you can't force them to do it.
No,
Yeah.
no, no,
I
you can't.
saw also in your paper that you talk on something, the the crossing over. So maybe just comment on that. What do you think happens? And because we know there are something that leaves the physical body. That is several things actually. But most people say once you, oh, okay, here's the word, die, then everything is good. Well, then again, the lower astral worlds is full of confused souls that don't even know they're dead or don't know where they are. What can people expect, or how should they prepare so they can go to that wonderful place that everybody talks about?
Oh, well, heaven, there's little Pixie helping me bring this in a brave way. Thank you,
Mhm,
Pixie. Um, okay, so he in Eve. There's no he and her. It's the same. This is another trickery of separation. It's him. Him is her. Him, he in Eve. So circle and dot that we're in the chicken and the egg, and heaven is
mhm,
within you. It's in your placenta, it's in your belly button.
Mm-hmm.
Some people only meet heaven when they're at the end because they've let go. But you can let go now, like Nori said, and be at peace. So when you die, you change to another form, but you don't leave. There's nowhere to leave to because you've been created, right? This
Mm-hmm.
gets so we've had a lot of pets cross over in many ways and many forms. And when you see the light leave the eye, where do they go?
mhm, mhm.
They don't smell the same. Their scent instantly goes. Their sense instantly goes. Where does it go? Well, it goes into the atmosphere.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of you can go and YouTube this where you see the auras move around them for 7 days. This is the Egyptians, they speak of this. They speak of day 7, the opening of the mouth. We would bury our pets in the ground, and on the 7th day, the ground crusts open. The gas comes out, the last gas. So it's
um,
more, I've even had pets pass, and they told me what time they were going to pass. 5 to 5. I had a
mm,
Dalmatian tell me at 5 to 5 she was going to pass. And I was like, this is crazy. And I thought it was the morning, it was the afternoon.
mm,
Anyway, as her heart stopped, so the drum, the
mhm.
pump stopped, she kept breathing for, I think it was 25 minutes.
Wow.
And people say that's impossible. That's reflexes of the muscles, blah, 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 blah.
Mhm,
She was breathing. I know she, look, you know, when your pets cross over and you love them, they smile, you're right there. And I was there. I kept saying, she's breathing. Her eyes had left, her heart had stopped, but she kept breathing. So I believe that it's in the tell or the breath of us, it's in the markers of us. And this breath is the stream of us as well as the water. So the water has to, in 7 days, or the oils and the water, so all the liquid of you has to let go. And this is the last, that's the last bit holding the air of us. So see how the water even has to let go of the air of us. And then usually by this stage, the animals know not to be near because of the smell.
Yeah.
So this is how nature says, go away, let go now, go away. And a lot of the animals will revisit the spots, like elephants and things. They'll go back and they run their trunks on all the bones and stuff. You know, a lot of indigenous do this. They do a lot of, like the Mexicans, you know, they dig up their dead. It's instead of being afraid of the dead, they embrace them. We say to a lot of people, when someone's in their dying process or in that 7 day, ask the animals or ask the air or just say a prayer or something, but say, how are you going to show up now? And in that 7 days, you'll have some animal or usually it's a bird, they'll show up. They're like a caller or an angel. And we found this very healing for many because they're so deep in grief. And yet this one little bird won't leave them alone. That's them. That's how they're going to come and talk to you for a while and help you through this.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that. Gosh, we're getting close to the end here, but I tell you
no,
though,
I don't want it to end.
I
Yeah,
know.
I know you guys are so lovely.
But I tell you what you're talking about. You got some very credible support in what you're talking about. You talked about God being God being God. If you look it up in the Bible, in John's, forget what. That's 70 years since I read the Bible. So it is in John. It says, "You are gods," and then somewhere in Psalms it says, "The kingdom of heaven is within you." So yes, you
Well,
got some support on this one.
today and a lot of the solar flares, we read the solar flares speak to us. And the solar flares was 10:10, which is John in the Bible. And it says the same as what Aage just said. So I have major goose pimples, Aage. Thank you. All up and down my arm. But yeah, it was John 10:10, which is the ones
Oh,
again.
that's it. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
it's very good. Yeah, it presents up everywhere around you. Just the distractions will distract you. Just see them for distractions for a change, or pull back from the distractions for a change, and see
Yeah.
if you see the other things going on around you, like the
Yeah.
butterflies.
Yep.
Abundance comes in many forms, but it won't present in the way you think. And I'm just if you're in a hard place, which we've been multiple times, I'm just letting you know abundance just turns up in the most amazing ways. And you just can't, you couldn't even dream it. It just happens. But you have to be in an allowing and a letting go so you can create the heaven here for you. Otherwise, you can, if you want, wait till the end, as many do, but you can create it now. The peace, Nori, the peace, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Elsa, thank you so much. You have to please come back and visit with us again. It was
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I think we're good friends.
yeah,
Yeah.
really.
Tell people how they can watch some of your interviews and how they can make contact with you.
Oh, well, I have a website. Most people just contact through email or we also on Facebook and Telegram. But with Sheila Sephi, we're doing something new where we have information that's a little bit too, I don't know, maybe a bit heavy or a bit too deep. So we have our first exclusive one coming up in the next few days with Mary Rodwell. And this one, you'll have to go through Sheila's Ascension TV to see this as an exclusive. So we'll be starting to show more shows like this so that it can, the ones who understand and have getting their heads around it all, they can go in and watch these more in deep interviews and shows. Yeah, so we have also our YouTube channel, which is Spin Beings. Yeah.
That's good.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Elsa. Thank you.
Thank you
Such a
guys for
pleasure.
Thank you so
inviting me
much.
on this special day. Thank you.
Such
Thank
a
you.
pleasure. Yeah.
All right. And yeah, and if you're watching us on YouTube right now, that's the place to be. And also subscribe if you can, because that'll help us a lot. So we thank you. And until next time, be good to each other.